down. Stick it to them by sticking around. The gang online, Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles and press of the watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jocks. Pins on the jacket, the man's abundant. The point of the road was banned and rugged. Hushing, I'm planning on pants in London. The products are not being scared of some judgment. Gotta stay in the cut. Cut you off if you ain't making the cut. Couldn't tell you who the hell is behind us. You start to forget when you stay in the front of it's up. And it's up for grabs, no remorse of who I'm taking it from. Numbers I give on my scoreboard is the only form of us staying in touch, that's saying enough. It's time to receive for all of the favors I've done. Too late for y'all to switch teams, everybody getting big leagues. Product flying out the shelf, what's in store for us? Known to hit a hole in one, look at the crowd and shoulder shrug. Shots are limited, I'm scared mango with the golden gun. Posted up, ready for whatever, boy, you know what's up. Time's close, I whittled them down. Stick it to them by sticking around. The gang online, Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles and press of the watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jocks. Shout out to Steve. The boy getting love from the harsh critics. Strauss hit me bi-weekly to tell me keep taking it further. You aren't finished and I gotta listen. Ain't son of believing and see that I'm actually breathing and doing it real time. Love to pull an idea out thin there, act on it and profit in real life. If we not aligned, don't present me a dotted line. Yeah, I'm a QB, but I ain't handing out nothing for someone to monetize. And it goes to the birds too. Can't give it a time if a dollar's so caught eyes. They get X'd out for they had the potential to be my ex. I know all the plays, I'm a seasoned vet. Yeah. Always showing up, known to hit a hole in one. Look at the crowd and shoulder shrug. Shots are limited, I'm scared mango with the golden gun. Posted up, ready for whoever, boy, you know what's up. Time's close, I whittled them down. Stick it to them by sticking around. The gang online, Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles and press of the watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jocks. Time's close, I whittled them down. Stick it to them by sticking around. The gang all out, Iwo Jima got one flag. Yeah.
Some people love me, and they don't even know I have a hard time loving myself. Some people judge me, and they don't even know I have a hard time judging myself. Life gets ugly, but I got a paintbrush and paint a pretty smile on myself. Mouth stay shut even when I need help. In too deep in the water, Mike Phelps. Swimming lessons, I still got many unanswered questions. Sick of the anger, sick of depression. Wanna be grateful, count your blessings. Just give me my salad, you keep the dressing. Cause I'm cream of the crop, he paid the price, I'm worth a lot. He told me go, why would I stop? Rest on my thoughts, jump off the tire. D'Lo Brown with the frog splash. Leaps of faith, what I call that. If you hit my line for the old me, when I hang up on you, don't call back. I ain't gonna block my blessings, I'd rather block your number. Life taught me so many lessons, Been down bad, never under. That's breath in my lungs. Some people die young, where I come from. Woke up and gave thanks to Father and Son. Filled with the Spirit, I shine like the sun. Ghost in me, but I ain't haunted. Bad vibes, keep them, don't want it. Pride hard to swallow, doggone it. And you were really never my opponent. I'm fighting evil, man, they hearts black. They wanted my life, told them back. Got an itch for sin, can't scratch that. Keep the truth loaded in the black gap. Just know if I said it, I meant it, and they gon' take it back. Learn the game brighter than my granddaddy's Cadillac. Young man, old song, imagine that. Ain't in my control, gotta pray, let them handle that. God hit my line, get me to play. Roger that, game torn, alright, you hate like a running back. If you ain't catch everything I said, better run it back. Eating up this beat, break bread, where your sandwich at, y'all. Thought I was done? No, this beat ain't like Kobe, I'm too full. My God, sick old mode, he too cold. I'm skating on beats, froze on with the flow.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy Deezy. Guys, my chair's already going down. My chair's just already shrinking. This is, ooh, baby. I would say let's get a new chair, but this chair is nice. I don't know what it is, guys. But what is going on, everybody? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for spending your precious time here with the CandleMafia and your boy Frankie Candles to do 2 full hours of technical analysis on this crazy thing they call Bitcoin. Hang on, guys. I don't have chat up right now. I feel like I'm behind here. Hang on. Give me 1 second here, guys. Let's see. There we go. There's the chat. First off, before we get started, guys, shout out to Golden. I appreciate you so much, bro, for sending those Frankie Candles memberships before the show even starts. Shout out to Hodl Crypto. I see says he's got sauce withdrawals. Don't worry, we're gonna satisfy those withdrawals tonight, bro. Don't you worry. But yeah, shout out to Golden, man. Thank you so much for getting all those memberships, dude. You are an absolute legend. Making sure everybody's got and he's got his own emoji now, guys. Let's get that golden emoji in the chat right now. If you got a membership gifted to you from Golden, go ahead and use that golden emoji. We literally have an emoji for everything now. But guys, we got an amazing show for you guys tonight. We're gonna be taking a look at Bitcoin, as we are getting a little bit of a move to the upside / a little bit of a correction. But yo, look at the golden emojis in chat. Absolutely savage. Let's go. Shout out to Flippa Frank. Says hot dog candle goat. I think he means Frank Candle Goat. Am I the candle goat? Am I the goat of all candles, guys? Hang on, guys. Speaking of candles, we haven't done this in a minute. And I think it might be because this might be part of the reason why Bitcoin is so boring. And it's because we've been abusing or neglecting the use of our in-house or in-studio candle here. So let's get that going. Come on. We're using an electric lighter here, which is quite frustrating. There we go. Okay, let's see. There we go. All right, candles are lit, baby. Let's go. But guys, we got an amazing show for you tonight. We're taking a look at Bitcoin as we are getting that move to the upside. We are hitting a little bit of resistance, so I want to talk about the levels that we're hitting right now, and if we are going to get a correction to the downside before we continue up, where are we looking for price to go? And we are actually seeing something start to set up on the charts that we've been looking at last week, or we were looking at last week. we were looking at some very specific signals, looking for them to print at very specific levels to indicate that we may get a movement to the downside. So we're going to be taking a look at that. What are those key levels that we'd be expecting a bounce to? And then I want to talk to you guys a little bit about why we may be able to get one last little squeeze to the upside, because we do have some liquidity sitting above a specific level that I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about. Shout out to everybody being here. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. Apologize for no stream last night, guys. I actually felt miserable, but I do feel much, much better today. I'm not 100%, but I am feeling much better, and I could not go, multiple. I couldn't go 2 days without a live stream. I had to go live today. But with all that being said, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes you get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure, where you will all get multiple chances to win some giveaways. We will be giving away a whole bunch of crypto. If we hit 550 likes on tonight's live stream, I will be adding a Frankie Candles hat to the giveaway. And, we'll let you, whoever wins that will be able to pick out whatever color they want, but we will add a Frankie Candles hat to that giveaway if we hit 550 likes. So smash that like button if you have not already. And with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and say what is going on with the Mafia in chat before we jump on into the charts real quick. Let me see here. Bear with me, guys, real quick while I try to pull something up here. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. There we go. Okay, so let's see who we got in chat today. We got Crypto Lady says up, down, or sideways. Well, we're going to get into that in a second. Crypto Lady, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. We got Darren Does Things. What is going on, bro? He says, Frankie, light my candle, please. I got you, Darren. Thank you for being here, bro, and thank you for all your help in the Discord or the premium Discord. I don't know if you help. You might help out in the free Discord, too. I'm not 100% sure, but thank you for helping out with the premium Discord, dude. I do appreciate you, and thank you for always tuning into the live stream. We got Phazian in the chat said, weekly green dot printing. Guys, we are going to be taking a look at that as we see that weekly green dot finally looking to print, and we're going to take a look, kind of a zoomed out view. I'll let you guys know kind of what my general sentiment on Bitcoin is. It still remains just about the same as it has over the past couple of weeks, but we're going to go a little bit deeper into that. Shout out to Miguel, says, I would love to get that membership. Shout out to Miguel. If you go into your YouTube settings, you have to enable gifting before YouTube allows you to get gifted a membership. But shout out to you, bro. I'm sure if you enable that, you will probably get one at some point. Shout out to Nico. Nico, what is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Says, hey, Candle Mafia. What is going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. We got Creighton C. As always, good to see you, bro. Thank you for tuning in. We got Michael in the chat. What is going on? Michael says, bull with me. Shout out to you. But let's see. Crypto Cowboy, as always, shouting out Billy. Crypto Billy, that is. Shout out to Crypto Billy. And speaking of Crypto Billy, guys, go ahead and show the mod some love. We got Rob the Crypto Snob, Crypto Billy, Chemistry Bro, Tony D, D Petty Crypto, Crypto Anon. You guys know who they are. Captain Kirk, you guys know who they are. Show them some love in the chat. They help me out endlessly with this YouTube channel. I am forever grateful for their help. So show them some love in chat. I know they help you guys out as well. And with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on into the charts and try to figure out what the heck this thing Bitcoin is doing. Let's get it. So here we are, guys, on the Bitcoin chart. And first off, I do want to start off here. Let's go ahead and start off with our TA completely off the chart here. I'm actually going to turn off Market Cipher A just to clean up the candles just a bit. And as you guys know, my general sentiment here for Bitcoin recently or over the past few weeks has actually been somewhat bullish, right? We've been looking for ever since we did come down, and I'm not going to cover this too much because we have talked about this quite a bit recently, so I'm not really going to cover it too much, but as we came down to this value area low, guys, this is where we were looking for long positions to get a ride up, potentially up to our value area high, but at least up to our purple box, and we are hitting that first target or that first significant level of resistance that we've been looking at for quite some time here. And as we looked for that long at the value area low, we actually wound up getting that move to the upside. And now I want to talk about what is going on within this level of resistance that could indicate somewhat of a cool-off incoming. So I want to cover that in just a second. But first off, let's go up to the higher time frames and talk about the elephant in the room, which is the green dot on the weekly time frame. Now, this is only printing on regular candles as of right now. We actually don't have it on our Heikenashis just yet, but likely, if we wind up confirming this green dot on the weekly, likely it will bleed on into those Heikenashi candles, and we will get it on the Heikens as well. But nonetheless, we are getting that green dot confirmed here on the weekly time frame, which obviously is something we have been waiting for, and part of the reason we have been looking for a move to the upside. Now, again, something to realize here, guys, is this is part of not only was the weekly green dot looking to print, but we also got the 6-day before the weekly green dot started printing. The 5-day green dot is now confirmed. And we saw these start to leak in through these lower daily time frames, looking for the green dot to kind of leak into the 6-day and the weekly, and we have now finally gotten that. And before we actually got the green dots, guys, this is one reason why I really like Market Cypher. Before we even got the actual green dots, we saw the VWAP starting to creep up here, right? And this is what allows us to get into these positions and also, identify these moves before they happen, right? Because if you look here at the price action, you can see this green dot started printing, and then we got a green dot. We got a move up on that green dot, and then after it, obviously we continued up. But you can see here, if you're able to kind of estimate as this VWAP starts creeping up towards that 0 line, this is somewhat leading, right? This is letting us know, like, hey, you're starting to get the VWAP to come up towards that 0 line, and even throughout all this flat price action that we had at the value area low, and just so you guys don't get confused on what we're talking about here, you could see, let me go ahead and just drag this into the local folder and go ahead and hide it, right? This is what allows us, as we are at support. Let me grab my brush tool. As we come down and we are sitting at this support level, this VWAP is already trending to the upside. This allows us to try to anticipate a big move to the upside, right? Because when you get that 5-day green dot, typically, you can see this last green dot that we got gave us a significant move from the value area low straight up to that value area high. And as we see that VWAP start to cross up, we could kind of start to front run the idea that we are going to get a bounce at the value area low, potentially coming up to our POC, and then eventually and potentially up to that value area high. Now, again, as you guys know, there are some key levels we're looking at up here, which I will cover in just a second, but this is kind of, I don't know if we're going to be lucky enough to come all the way up here, but there is a significant level that I am going to be watching up here, and we'll talk about it in a second. If you guys have watched the live stream over the past couple of weeks, you will know what those levels are, but we have a significant golden pocket up here, which is pretty much the main reason why I am looking at that level for resistance. And then obviously we do have that value area high right in the middle of the golden pocket 786 retracement. But again, we are hitting that local resistance right now that I want to talk about. But again, this VWAP coming up was part of the reason why we were able to kind of front run the idea that we would get a bounce here. And the reason I bring that up is because if you are using Market Cypher, like this is one of the big reasons I love Market Cypher, because it is somewhat leading, right? The money flow, the VWAP, just the nature of the way they're displayed allows you to try to front run the market. Now, obviously, you could have situations like this where the VWAP comes up and then just rolls back over to the downside for a second move down. But obviously, you're not just trading based off of the VWAPs, right? You're obviously using other forms of technical analysis to figure out, if it's likely that you will get a sustained movement to the upside, which we did get some invalidations over here, but I won't go into that right now. But the green dots on the higher daily time frames, as well as our money flow coming up on a lot of the medium hourly time frames, was kind of what was making us anticipate this move to the upside. Now, I am still in my long position from down here at 25,250. I'll just put a horizontal line. That is basically my entry. I could put the trade tool as well. So this is the, right about there. This is the long position that I am in currently right now. I do have profits locked in. And I am letting the rest of that trade ride, looking for a push even higher. And if we wind up coming back down and I get stopped out, simply it is a guaranteed winning trade. Rasta Black says, good entry. Thank you for that, my friend. I appreciate you. But let's continue on here, right? So with this weekly green dot, like what was our sentiment last week? Our sentiment last week was, hey, we're at the value area low, looking for the bounce. We got the bounce. Could we potentially continue this move up into this key area, which is the golden pocket, the full golden pocket 786 retracement of this entire move to the downside? Now, that level does sit between, on the Bybit chart at least, it does sit between about 30,150 and about $28,658. I'm going to turn that purple for resistance. And this is kind of where I would expect the macro lower high to come in if we are indeed going to just ride up here, potentially put in some bearish confirmations within this purple box, and then put in a macro lower high and continue to the downside. Now, there are some things I want to talk about today, guys, because as of right now, the sentiment recently for me has been obviously looking for a bounce off the value area low, potentially. And keyword potentially. Again, I don't know if it's likely that we're going to put in, I don't know if we're going to put the lower high in here, if we wind up getting a lower high, or if we're going to put it in somewhere over here or even at the POC. But here's the thing. The green dots on the higher daily time frames, as well as the money flow coming up on the medium hourly time frames, was what was making us assume we were going to get a move up here. Now, the general sentiment is bullish, right? Looking for a move up into that golden pocket. However, if we come over here, you can see that money flow is back in the red on the weekly, even though we are getting that green dot. Now, we could see this kind of bing-bong around. We may be in for some confusion coming in the next week or so with our money flow. As that green dot prints on the weekly, we may get that money flow to kind of bing-bong back and forth, which would kind of be annoying because once you get that money flow crossover into the red, that would make us anticipate that the macro trend will continue down, which is generally, and at least at this point, still the sentiment that I am going with, right? Because our money flow is now in the red on the weekly. It's also it's coming back up here on the 6-day. This is interesting, but we could just wind up putting in a lower high, and then generally over time, money flow will continue to bleed out. Taking a look at the 5-day, money flow coming back up, but again, still keeping an eye out for that lower high to come in. Taking a look at our 4-day, money flow is back in the red, and this is the money flow on the higher daily time frames is kind of what gave us the major, or our general sentiment, right? We came down to support. We were looking for the bounce because of the green dots. Remember this, guys. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but the green dots on Market Cipher indicate the ebbs and flows in the market. They indicate the ups and downs, the little ups and downs, the noise in the market, where the money flow generally indicates the overall trend, right? So when we get these green dots on the higher daily time frames, we may be expecting a push to the upside, right? But with these moves up, if money flow is continuing to come down, we are expecting to put in lower highs and continue the trend to the downside in the macro. So that is still my general sentiment, although we do have the 5-day and the 6-day money flow coming back up. The 3-day money flow is in the red, actually somewhat coming up there. 4-day money flow also in the red. This VWAP may be a little overextended here. We may want to start to roll over here. So again, whether we put that lower high in here at the POC or all the way up here at our golden pocket is a whole nother conversation that we have to have. But this is what we're looking at, right? We're expecting the downward trend to continue in the macro because of the higher time frame money flow. But again, if you've watched the stream for the past few days, we've been looking at these green dots, and they were a big reason why we were expecting this move to continue up. And it also, the fact that these VWAPs were just starting to creep up was a part of the reason why I was getting into the long position that I just showed you guys that I entered down here at 25,250. So with that being said, overall sentiment on Bitcoin is basically remaining exactly the same. Again, can we cool off here? Potentially. But really, if we can make a move up to these higher prices, that is where I am putting in that saucy short to put in that macro lower high and continue to lower prices. So that's the general sentiment, guys. Not too much has changed with that. But let's go in and take a look at more of the local price action. Let me go ahead and spawn that TA here, and let's dig into what we're looking at here in the local. Shout out to Querity. What is going on, bro? He says, happy birthday, Rob. Everybody remember, it is Rob the Crypto Snob's birthday. He has a birthday every single day. So shout out to Rob. Happy birthday, bro. Thank you for everything you do for the channel. Make sure you wish him a happy birthday. Rob says, I'm honored to be in your first super chat. Let's go. Shout out to Querity. Thank you for sending your first super chat. And what better reason than Rob's birthday? Also, guys, I do want to shout out Multi-Sig Dummy, who also actually has a birthday today. So shout out to Multi-Sig Dummy, bro. From Frankie Candles to you, bro. Happy birthday. I hope you had the best day ever. And congrats on being, I don't know, what are you, 29? 28, 26? I don't know. Happy birthday, bro. Shout out to you, man. You've been here forever, and I appreciate your support. So happy birthday, bro. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I pinned his comment. So shout out to Multi-Sig Dummy. But continuing on. Oh, shout out to Chemistry, bro. Chemistry Bro's birthday was on Thursday. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Happy birthday, dude. I didn't even know that. How did I not know that? Shout out to Chem Bro. Wow, birthdays are going around. Hang on. Soulless Barber said, Frankie, how can I be your barber? Soulless Barber, I will tell you this, bro. I will tell you this. If you want to be my barber, bro, I'm in the market for a barber. But the problem is, I don't know where you're located. If you are located in the state of Georgia, let me know. Because I will make things happen to get a good haircut. But here's the other big thing. Bro, I am a harsh critic when it comes to haircuts. I've probably been to 30 haircuts. 100%. I'm in Virginia Beach. Okay, interesting. I am a harsh critic when it comes to haircuts, bro. We got this guy that we fly, Tony's barber. We fly him in from New York to give us haircuts, which is obviously not the most convenient thing because, sometimes he's not available. Sometimes he is. Sometimes you got to skip a week or whatever. But he gives those saucy haircuts, and they're hard to beat. I have not found a single barber in Georgia, in the state of Georgia. I've probably been to 25 barbers. They're all And I am so sorry if they're watching this. I don't want to offend them, but they're just not good. They're just, I don't know if it's a New York thing. I don't know. But I am very, very critical of the haircuts. But, dude, if you're a fire barber, and, I don't know, hit me up in the Discord DMs. We're always looking to try out new barbers. But that'd be sick. If we could, that's fine. I'm with it. Let's go. Soulless Barber, hit me up on Discord. We'll see. I mean, maybe we could work something out. Maybe not. I don't know. But we might as well try because the haircuts down here are horrific. They are horrific. I got a haircut the other weekend, and I don't even take my hat off because it's garbage. It's absolutely horrible. Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. Yeah, you have to be a master barber. We learned that's what makes the barbers that we like good. But yeah, I mean, I don't care if you're certified, but as long as you have the same skills as a master barber, which is apparently like specific skills. But yeah, hit us up, bro. Let us know. We're always looking to try out new haircuts. And that'd be cool if we get someone from, maybe make some content out of it. That'd be cool. Someone from the CandleMafia cuts Frankie Candle's hair, but it's really just a troll and they just shave my head on video. Oh, God. We're going to have to. Oh, hey, yo, Traders Reality. What is going on? Tino, what is going on, bro? Thank you for tuning in. Tino, bro, should we have the Soulless Barber from the CandleMafia cut my hair? Should we do it? Let us know. Shout out to Tino. What's up, bro? Thank you for tuning in, bro. I appreciate you. Let's go. Guys, say what's up to Tino. Let's get it. Okay, let's continue on here real quick, guys. So as we look at the local price action, this is what I am looking at. Now, as you guys remember, I believe from Thursday, cut it, brother. Let's go. Shout out to Tino. Let's see. Yo, Tino, also, let me know when we're going to go get Neuralink. Are we going to sign up for, like, the beta testing of Neuralink, bro? We're doing it together, right? Let's do it. I'm doing it if you're doing it, bro. Let's go. If you guys watched our collab, you will know we were talking about Neuralink. But there we go. Let's take a look at what we got going on here, right? Now, last week, what we were looking at was something pretty specific, right? We were looking for a potential push up into this purple box, right? We got the push into the purple box, but we didn't get our 4-hour bear div, right? That was kind of what we were looking for the higher highs on our price, and then we were looking for the lower highs on our momentum waves, but we simply did not get that, right? But what we did get was a little bit of a cool-off, only to roll back to the upside, come actually test that 786 Fibonacci retracement level where we kind of front ran it on that first pump, but this second pump pushed us right into that level to physically tap it. And what did we get, guys? What did we get? We actually got that 4-hour bear div to print. Not when it wasn't, you're never going to get the timing right? Like we didn't get it that first time, but we did wind up putting it in finally. When was this? This was, what's today? 19th. So yesterday we wound up, I guess it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. We wound up coming up and putting in that 4-hour bear div, and I am short from here. That trade, I don't think I have it. Do I have them locked in? I don't believe so. But that trade is in profit right now. I am short from, not the tippy top. I am short from a little bit lower down, but I am short from here with the premium Discord to get that move off that 4-hour bear div. And I want to talk a little bit more about if this is going to play out in a big way or if we're going to get another shot to the upside. Because one thing I do want to pull up, guys, real quick, is I want to pull up this liquidity heat map. So one thing I want to take a look at here, guys, is if we take a look at the, let me pull up the 12-hour. and take a look here, right? Let's zoom in on this kind of closer up, right? So we have a lot of liquidations sitting between about 27,500 and the majority of them come up to about 27,575. This could potentially be, let's go. Shout out to Traders Reality. Tino's a hitman now. Let's go. Shout out to Tino. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. And shout out to Cheeks for gifting those 20 Frankie Candles memberships. Shout out to Cheeks, bro. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you. And shout outs. What happens if someone gifts 50 memberships, but there's not 50 people without a membership in the chat? What happens? I don't know. I don't know what happens to that. But anyway, shout out to Cheeks, bro. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you, man. I really do. But let's see here. Let's see. Okay, let's continue on. I'll open another account. Shout out to Savage Trades. Shout out to Darren Dusting, says it's a big sell wall on Binance as well. So here's the thing, guys. If you don't know what you're looking at here, it's simply just a liquidity heat map, and this gives you keyword estimated prices where there are a lot of liquidations sitting, right? So if price does come up here, that is likely where a big liquidation event would occur. And you could kind of just think of this as liquidity, right? Like that's what it is, right? There's just liquidity sitting up here. And you guys know that the market is attracted to that liquidity. If you saw my video on the Sunday Sauce video this week was a video on how to trade swing failure patterns, which has to do a lot with, oftentimes has to do with liquidity grabs or stop hunts, which is essentially liquidity grab. But between these levels, guys, this makes this level between, again, about 27.5, and I would say, just to be safe, I would bring it up to about 27.650, 27.625. This makes this a very, very decent area of interest to be looking at. So that is why I've kind of been talking about in the beginning of the stream. There may be a chance that we may come take these highs and wick out everybody who is short from up here and come in, go grab that liquidity, and then reverse to the downside. But here's the thing. I don't know how likely that is going to be, but what I'm going to be watching to kind of estimate if that's going to be a likely thing is going to be, as you can see here, obviously we did get that 4-hour bearish divergence into our key level, which is that 786 Fibonacci retracement level, and we are getting that red dot on market cipher B. So we have our lower lows on price action, lower highs on our momentum waves with higher highs on our price action, giving us that bearish divergence or that open alligator mouth, which we know oftentimes, if you think about this as a alligator mouth, right? Here's your teeth, right? That's jaw, bottom jaw, top jaw. Oftentimes those alligators like to puke out those purple candles. We do have that 4-hour bear div. On top of that, guys, coming down to the lower time frames, what do we have here on the 15-minute? Money flow starting to creep down to the zero line, right? Looking to cross over into the red. 12-minute money flow has crossed over into the red. We are looking to print another red dot here, looking like it's going to be somewhat soon, probably in the next maybe 11 minutes. In the next candle or so, we may get that red dot. And with the money flow on the 12 and the 15-minute coming to the downside, you guys know that oftentimes when you get those red dots printing on the 4-hour at the same time as money flow coming out on those lower time frames, it can give us a big move to the downside. And now on top of that, to add a little bit of fuel to the fire, we do have that bear div printing on the 4-hour, which would, again, give us that discrepancy between price action and our oscillator, letting us know, like, hey, momentum's coming out, price is coming up, right? There's a little, like, it should be that head-scratching moment, like, what's going on here? Why is price moving up if momentum is moving out? And that's what creates that discrepancy, warranting that correction to the downside. So that's kind of the bearish puzzle pieces, right? We got the 4-hour red dot, 15-minute money flow, and 12-minute money flow coming to the downside, looking to cross over into the red, on top of the bearish divergence, on top of our VWAP on the daily. Now, this is getting a little bit of a bounce here, right? We got a little bit of a bounce on that zero line, so that is somewhat of a good sign, but this VWAP has been above the zero line for quite some time. Now, here's the thing. This does not mean that we're instantly going to reverse to the downside. However, I am going to be watching this daily VWAP very closely on the daily candle close here in about an hour, 46 minutes, and 22 seconds. Because if we wind up getting this to curve down, that could kind of hint to us that we may be looking to print a red dot on the daily very soon. And as you can see here, money flow on the 90-minute is starting to come out. So once we start getting these red dot, right, we got the red dot on the 4-hour already with the bear div. But if we get that red dot looking to print on the daily and this money flow is continuing to come out on the 90-minute, it would be more likely than not that we will get a correction to the downside before continuing up. So again, if we do wind up coming down, and we have the volume profile here. Let me hide this fib real quick. We have this volume profile to kind of give us a little insight into what price may do, right? Because if we get below that value area high, you guys know if we get stuck underneath that level and we can't get back above, that may be where you start your correction down to the POC, closer to about $26,015. So again, that value area high, not only a key level, however, it is also a level that can give you context into what price will do next. So if you start losing this, it's going to be a very, 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 not very, very, but somewhat of a bearish sign, right? And then again, with everything we just looked at on Market Cypher, it may make sense to get a cool off here. Now, as you guys know, we've been looking at some very specific levels. If we do get that move to the downside, I'm actually going to clear all these levels and I'll redraw them with you, right? Because if we wind up getting that move down, where could we expect a bounce? And really what I would be looking at is, again, let me see, pulling up our liquidation heat map. Let me go ahead and zoom out just a bit. Let's go to the 7-day. And I want to take a look here. You guys can see your next significant area with a lot of liquidity sitting down here at about what is this? $26,150. And again, you could kind of see, like, a lot of times with these liquidation heat maps, you wind up kind of bing-bonging around between these ranges, right? You come up, you grab this liquidity, you come back down, you fill here, and then you reverse back to the upside. But this right down here at about, $26,150. Let's come down here, $26,150. Well, that's an interesting level, right? Because it is close to our POC of the range. And if we go ahead and pull some Fibonacci retracement levels, let's see, pull it from the start of after this big correction here. So yeah, $26,355, and then you do have your 786 coming in at $26,000. Again, 26 right here, 26,150 is where that liquidity is sitting. Very, very interesting that it is that close to your POC, because what would we be expecting, guys? What would we be expecting if we wind up getting a cool off here and it is somewhat significant? Let's say we get a big move down, right? You would look for a move off of this golden pocket or potentially a move down to that 786, which sits again eerily close to where all that liquidity is sitting. And you want to remember, these liquidation levels are also these liquidation levels are estimations, right? These are not like pinpoint accurate levels. So it might be a little above there, might be a little below there. But it is definitely a lot better than having absolutely no idea where all the liquidity is sitting. But again, when you have the confluence between not only your 786 and POC, but you also know that there's a decent bit of liquidity here, that is showing that might be the next place that the market makers might want to move the price down to before continuing back to the upside. Now, if we come down there, let's say, obviously you want to keep an eye on this golden pocket as well, but let's say you get a move down to this level and you lose the POC, obviously, due to the volume profiles and the laws of the volume profile, you will be looking for price to come down to your value area low, which is another very, very, very interesting area, because we also have these single prints right below the value area low, which is simply put just an untested area on the chart that price likes to go fill, right? Untested area, price likes to go down there and fill these single prints before reversing back to the upside, and that would be in pretty good agreeance with just trading the local volume profile, right? Because if you come down to the value area low, you're not getting super bearish. You're simply looking for longs at support, right? And then once you get that move below your value area, not only do you know that this is your area of opportunity, because once you come below the value area low, you know this is the area where you are looking for longs. Why? Because price is undervalued, right? This is the fair price for Bitcoin between your value area high and your value area low. Once you're below this level, you can think of it as oversold, right? thinking, hey, this is cheap Bitcoin. Let me buy it and ride it back up into the fair value. And then that's where you're expecting price to get above that value area low, back to the POC, and potentially back up to the value area high, which again is a big reason why I am long from down here at $25,250, right? We're long from down here. That's exactly what the thought process behind that long was, right? We got below the value area low, right? And I could probably, let me pull up a clean chart here. So I just don't confuse anybody, right? Because you don't need all these fancy levels, right? Like, I mean, they're definitely helpful. But if you were simply just looking at this range, let me grab the volume profile. Let me pull our range here. Once you're below that value area low, everybody has access to this tool, right? This is, I believe, free on all TradingView subscriptions, right? I think it's even free on the free version of TradingView, I believe. If not, you simply just have to have the whatever the cheapest monthly plan is for TradingView. You will get access to the fixed range volume profile. But once you're below here, that's where you're looking for your opportunity. That's part of the reason, well, most of the reason why I was looking for a long down here. Not the reason I entered, but the reason I was looking for a long down here is because I know Bitcoin's undervalued down here, and we were likely to not only return to the fair value, which is within your value area, simply back within your range, but you're looking to ride that to the POC and potentially the value area high. And it's that simple, right? Like, obviously the confirmations that we look for, in the premium Discord, or just the confirmations that I look for personally, that's a whole different story, but this is where you're looking for your opportunity, just like you'd be looking for shorts as you deviate above. And the same reason, like, does this look familiar? Like, I am short from up here. It doesn't mean that I'm guaranteed to get a winning trade, right? Like, I lose trades sometimes. I lose trades sometimes too, right? But again, like, it just so happens that, we're looking for that short, not only as we go into a key level of resistance, but, you just zoom out and delete all your levels and just take a look at the volume profile. This is where you want to be looking for the shorts, right? You're getting a bear div as Bitcoin is overvalued or overbought, right? You get your bearish confirmation, and your thought process is to get sucked back into that value area. And then, again, not only ride down to the POC, but also look for the move down to the value area low. And I want to be very clear here. This is not a foolproof 100% hit rate method, right? Because remember, you could wind up getting a strong bounce off your golden pocket or your 786 or your POC. So you obviously have to do additional analysis to get into the highest probability trades. But simply put, like, even down here, right? Even down here, you deviate below your value area. Boom, right back to the POC. Deviate from your value area. Boom, right back to the POC. Deviate from the value area. Boom, right back to your POC. Now, obviously, all the way back here, your value areas did look different, right? Because the value area develops with price. So if I were to go into, say, bar replay mode, come on with this thing. If I were to go into, like, bar replay mode and come all the way back here, it wouldn't look, the value areas move, obviously, right? Let me just see something for my own sake here. If I go all the way back here, was that the POC? I would pull it there. So it was the value area high, right? So obviously these levels move as price develops, but the same principle applies, guys. This is the sauce, guys. The same principle applies. You deviate from the volume profile. That's where your opportunity is. You find your confirmations, whatever your strategy is. I have my own strategy that we use in the premium Discord, but you could use whatever you want. Maybe you use candlestick patterns. I don't really do that, but maybe that's what you use. This is where you're looking for your opportunity to ride it up to the POC and then eventually look for a move up to the value area high. So I just wanted to point that out, but let's go ahead and continue on our regular chart. So that's what I'm looking at, guys, right now with that 4-hour bear div, looking for a potential move back down into our range. However, one thing to realize here is if we do get a move up into that area, which is going to be, let's see, do I have it marked out? I don't think I have it marked out. That level, right, looking at the liquidation heat map once again, looking at that level between 27.5 and about 27.550. Or those levels that we looked at before. Let me pull up the 12-hour real quick so I don't give you guys random numbers. And let's zoom in. So up here, again, right, 27.5 to about 27.575. So we do have that little chunk of liquidity. If we do wind up getting a random pump to the upside, watch this level. We may just be going for those liquidation levels before finally reversing back to the downside. Now, another thing to realize here, guys, or something that I am watching is I don't think we're going to get it just because we only have an hour and a half to dump here. I don't know if we're going to wind up getting it. But yesterday, we actually did, speaking of swing failure patterns, if you guys saw that Sunday Sauce video over the weekend about how to trade the swing failures, we actually did wind up getting a swing failure yesterday on the daily. However, not quite playing out, right? Because let me print that candle. Boom, right? So you actually swung failed these wicks, not only these, but also this one right here. You can see with these swing failure patterns, guys, what you're looking for is essentially you're finding, watch the video if you want to find out how to find these levels. But essentially what you're doing is you're finding areas where people's stop losses are likely sitting. Right, and again, I highly recommend you go check out that video because I'm only going to cover it very briefly here. But let's go up to a clean chart here. And, you know, on the daily, we did wind up getting this, right? Because what you're looking for is you're simply looking for where people's stop losses are likely sitting. So anybody short from up here likely has their stop losses somewhere above these wicks, right? But that's why you grab your horizontal, let me grab my horizontal ray, bada boom, and then you go ahead and mark out these wicks, right? Typically, I will mark them out like this. If you have multiple wicks, you can mark out multiple wicks. But really specifically, I was looking at this wick right here. And again, yesterday, we wound up wicking all the way up here, right? Stopping everybody else that was short from up here, stopping all those people out. And then the candle came all the way back down and closed below our SFP level. That is, and then as soon as the next candle prints, that is essentially going to be your confirmation. But then obviously over the day, we wound up pumping right through that level. So they don't play out 100% of the time. But, you know, and again, I do think it's unlikely that we're just going to dump below 26K in the next hour. But if we were to for some reason randomly dump out of nowhere and close below that level, that would be the confirmed swing failure. And that could cause a big reversal. But the thing is here, I really don't think that's very likely, right? We would literally have to just like insta-nuke, you know, over... yeah, we'd have to insta-nuke below 26K, essentially, for that to happen. But let's continue on here. Go back to our other chart. Get out of bar replay. Bada boom, bada bing. So, again, if we do wind up getting a push up here, you want to be looking at that 27,500, between 27,005, right, and 27, whoops, between 27,500 and 27,575. Just like basically you just want to wick up a little bit more above this level before reversing to the downside. And I'll actually put you have this wick over here. Turn on the magnet tool. You got this wick right here. You know, and again, you know, another swing failure I would be looking at really is going to be right here, right? This wick from up here, back from August 29th, right? Because if you grab your wick here, obviously anybody who is short from up here at that POC that was looking at a short position from a rejection of that POC, their stop losses are likely above that high, and potentially, you know, this would be a pretty brutal stop loss in my opinion. This is not where I will put my stop. But if people are short from here, right, likely their stop loss is somewhere above that high or even potentially above these highs, right? Now, that is a pretty brutal stop loss, but for the people who thought Bitcoin was going to zero, that actually wouldn't be that bad of a risk to reward, right? Because a lot of people thought Bitcoin was going to 20K. So if a lot of people had their targets down here at 20K, you know, that's not a bad stop loss. So remember, if we, and again, you have to think to yourself, where are people's stop losses who were short from up here, right? You probably had a lot of people shorting up at these levels. Where are their stop losses? Likely above these highs or above these highs. So it's not impossible if we did get a big move up, right? And again, I don't know if we're going to get a big move up right now, but you just have to think. Locally, I would watch a local push to the upside. If it comes out of nowhere, it comes out of nowhere, right? We stop all those people out and then reverse back to the downside. But I don't think we would likely come up to these levels today or tomorrow, right? Maybe tomorrow, not today. But again, that would also be in line with that local or that golden pocket retracement of this entire move to the downside, right? So you come up, test that golden pocket, come up, hit that 786. Now you're stopping the people out who are short from up here, and then price finally gets that instant nuke, potentially down to our lower prices, which I'm not really going to bring up right now because we've gone over them a bunch. And you know, if we get a move down tomorrow, then we'll go over those lower levels because right now we are technically going up. So there you go, guys. Kind of just generally, you know, again, I am short from up here. You know, and we got that 4-hour bear div. Let's see if we can get that move back below the range and come down to some of these other key levels. And then if we get that random push up, again, watch those liquidation levels that we just took a look at. All right, let's go ahead and Let's see. Let's pull up chat. I am way behind on chat here. Let's see. Shout out to Golden and Cheeks out here gifting those memberships. Let's see. Let's see. Rob. Oh yeah. Wait. Hang on. Someone says, Rob, honestly, bro, they do experienced on our channel. They are employed to snatch all our cash. I don't know what that's referring to, but please, for the love of God, stay away from my cash, which is actually still all over the floor, guys. I'm not going to lie. But let's see here. Shout out to Rob Ella says, Frankie, do you run your divs from the green and red, green/red dots, or from the peaks of the momentum waves? Great question, Rob. That is an amazing question, bro. And so here's kind of how I do it, right? Generally, I do, so it's kind of a mixture, right? Generally, what I consider a confirmed bearish divergence in this case, this is printing, right? I won't consider this bear div confirmed until the next candle prints, right? So right now, this red dot could disappear. If we get a big pump here, this red dot could disappear. So I would consider this confirmed after we print the next candle. However, it depends on how clear the div is, right? So really what I'm doing is I do connect them, right, from peak to peak, right? So peak of the momentum wave, let me grab another trend line, peak of the momentum wave to the next peak of the momentum wave. So it's really from the peaks to the momentum waves, but the red dots are what I use to confirm. Does that make sense? Great question, bro. That is, I'm actually surprised that is that's the first time I heard that question. But great question, and that is what that's basically how I do it. Let's see. Bees seem good at Crimson's Girlfriend, but haven't had time to work them. Interesting. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Shout out to Crimson's Girlfriend, though. Shout out to Dave Digital said, Frankie, that's not somebody. That's Chaos. Is that Mike? Mike, are you Chaos? Let me know in the chat, bro. If it is, shout out to Mike. I was wondering that because he said our channel. I assumed it was probably related to Tino. Let's see. Hang on. Chaos, are you Mike? Let me know. But yeah, he says Banter's. Oh, wait, no. Banter's top mod. Hold up. No, hang on. I was way off. I was thinking of Tino. Hang on. Banter's top mod. Yo, Chaos. What is good, Chaos? What's going on, bro? He said, no, Dave will fill you in. Okay, yeah. Shout out to Dave Digital. But he says, thanks for checking in with us, Chaos. Shout out to Chaos, bro. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you for tuning in. And I apologize for misnaming you. Shout out to Chaos. I thought when I saw our channel, because Tino was just in here from Traders Reality, so I saw they were doing that to our channel. I was like, oh, that must be a mod from Tino's channel. I didn't even know Banter was in here. Shout out to Crypto Banter. Let's go. Let's go. Your newest member, bro. It's awesome here. Shout out to Chaos. I appreciate you for tuning in, bro. Welcome to the CandleMafia, the best crypto community, at least in my opinion. Shout out to Chaos. But let's continue on, guys. Let's continue on. So that's what I'm looking at as far as Bitcoin, guys. Going to see if we can get that continued move to the downside. And again, if we get faked out to the upside, you now have those liquidation levels to watch. You know that the market maker might be pushing us up into those levels before flipping us back around and reversing us. Yeah, let's go. Listen, I had so much fun. We're going to have Sheldon on the channel soon here. But I had so much fun on the Banter show. That show when we were on Banter with Sheldon, that was awesome. That was a good collab. But yeah, hopefully we can go on there again soon. And yeah, we got to get Sheldon up in here sometime soon. Frankie, what time frame does your money flow use? Mine doesn't look the same. Shout out to Rob Ella. All of my money flow and market cipher settings are completely stock, right? They're all default settings. Only thing I changed was the colors. So if you're using market cipher, you should get the exact same readings as I do. But I just changed the colors. That's it. But if you guys want to sign up for Market Cipher, you can check the link in the description down below. Shout out to Crypto Face. Yo, who was in Crypto Face's stream earlier? I was cry laughing. I was absolutely cry laughing when he was singing. It was hilarious. But let's see. Can you check Quant? I sold all my BTC and ETH for Quant. Shout out to Infinite Wisdom. We will take a look at Quant. But with all that being said, guys, we're at the point in the show where we start taking a look at those alts. Yeah, then Bingo too. Yeah, they were playing Bingo. Yeah, I saw a lot of people in there. We had the NL Cola Gamer was there, and Darren Does Things was there. Sudeep was there. Super cool, man. We have such a cool community in crypto. It's like, I don't know. It's like Crypto Face is having a party, and then I show up, and I'm like, oh, hey, look, some of my friends are here. It's sick. It's awesome. I love this community, man. And by community, I mean like the whole crypto community, not just the CandleMafia. Yeah, Miss Teen was there. I gotta hang out in Miss Teen's stream one day. Maybe we'll hang out in there tomorrow morning, maybe. But guys, with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the altcoins. If you guys, yeah, boy, AZTV said Crypto Face was singing. That boy's got soul. Absolutely, man. I was dying. I clicked on the stream, and literally the first thing I saw was Crypto Face. Like, I just heard Crypto Face singing, and I was like, what did I walk in on? Enzo Mining missed the party. It's okay, bro. Go rewatch it. I highly recommend. It's pretty hilarious. Shout out to Crypto Face, man. He's the GOAT. I love that guy. But anyway, let's see. Okay, let's continue on here. If you guys want to go ahead and take a look at your altcoins, or if you want me to take a look at your favorite altcoin, go ahead and spam them in the chat right now. And then Rob the Crypto Snob will count up the votes and let us know which altcoins we're going to be looking at tonight. And we will go ahead and start off with the DXY. And we will actually, let's start off with Ethereum, or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. Don't forget, guys, today's energy is brought to you by Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. Caspa's killing it. Let's go. Let's see. I might get stopped out of my maker short, guys. I mean, it's okay. I'm in profit. I mean, I just got stopped out in profit, but might get stopped. I mean, that's like a record-breaking trade for me as far as length held. I've been holding that trade for what feels like forever. All right, let's see. Mark Dutch says, did Tino give you Miss Amazon back yet? If yes, does she still smell the same? And do you know if she also dates Dutch guys? Asking for a friend. Yo, shout out to Mark Dutch. Yeah, no, well, okay, so here's the thing, guys. I don't want to get in trouble here. There's a few Mrs. Candles. Well, there's the real Mrs. Candles, and then there's like 3 or 4 Mrs. Amazon. And you know, I don't know if Mark Dutch is referring to Mrs. Amazon and Mrs. Amazon because she came from Amazon, like from Jeff Bezos. But yeah, we have a few Mrs. Candles, and if you guys see a new Mrs. Candles, you know, maybe show face and might have a different hair color. I don't know. Shout out to Mark Dutch. Yeah, shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat. But no, I actually don't. I don't have that Mrs. Amazon back, so I don't know what she smells like. Typically, when I get rid of a Mrs. Amazon or a Mrs. Candles, it's kind of like, see ya. Shout out to Mark Dutch. Let's see. Mrs. Amazon Discord channel. Everybody posts their blow-up dolls. No, Tony D, don't do that. Don't do that. That's if you do that, I'm not pulling it up on stream. I can't do that. Let's see. Let's see. Where are those hands, guys? Yeah, those hands are actual Mrs. Candles hands. Those are human hands. Those are the real Mrs. Candles hands. It's kind of wild that you could do that. All right, let's see. Ada Ace. No, no, I don't have a blow-up doll. I have a girlfriend. No blow-up dolls, though. Oh, God. How are we going to explain to the new people who come in the bull run why I have a blow-up doll on my stream? Should I see if Mrs. Candles is home? We'll get her in a second. Let's take a look at Ethereum real quick, guys, or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. Oh, my God. Look at the Mrs. Candles hands in chat. What in the Mrs. Candles hand sniff is going on in chat right now? You guys are too funny. All right, so let's take a look here, guys, at Erythrium, or Ethereum, as I call it. But here we are, guys. You know, came back up, attacked that value area high, got a reversal to the downside. Where did we go? Right to the POC, got a bounce, back to the high, and now we are potentially getting stuck below this value area high, which would be somewhat of a bearish sign. And the reason for that is because, again, you know, once you get rejected from that value area high and you cannot get back above it, you are looking for a move back down to your POC and potentially all the way back down to your value area low, which is how we predicted this move down to 1550 the first time we actually got it. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to Lempi. Thank you for that super chat, bro. Said, Frankie, can you use the Lux Algo indicators for your TA, please, just so I have a better idea of what to look for with them? Shout out to Lempi. Yes, I will pull them up. I actually did this the other day on stream and kind of showed you guys how I use Lux Algo to do my analysis, or how I incorporate it with Market Cipher to come up with a confluent trading plan. But yeah, absolutely, bro. Thank you for that super chat. Yes, I will definitely, when we start getting into, well, once we get off Ethereum, we go into the other altcoins, I'll pull up Lux Algo and kind of show you how I like to use it. Not a problem at all, bro. Let's see. Okay, continuing on here. Ada gang, let's go. So here we go, right? Here's the thing. I'll keep it simple with Ethereum. We tap the value area high back to the POC. If we can't get back above that value area high, which it doesn't look like we want to do, I am going to be looking for a potential break of this POC. If we get that break of the POC, let me get rid of some of these levels. These are old. If we get below that POC and we can't get back above it, we may kind of bing bong back around in this range, guys. Back to the POC, back to the value area low, back to the high. And that's kind of what I'm looking at. Get rid of these levels again. And yeah, really what we need for Ethereum to make a bigger move to the upside, guys, is we got to get above 1665, right? If we get above this level, that's where you could potentially come up and attack a previous value area low, which is coming in right here at about 1716, right? And then at that point, I would be very, very, very cautious of a rejection. But at least once you get up here, you know that if you flip this level to support, you may be in store for some more potential upside. But until then, like, we got to get out of this value area. If we can't get out of this value area, like, we are likely to just be stuck within here. But yeah, take a look at the oscillators here. No bearish divergence on the 4-hour. And shout out to Lempi. I don't know if I don't know if I actually shout out to Lempi. Let me go ahead and I'll pull up Lux Algo real quick just to show you, like, one of my favorite things on Lux Algo. Like, here's the thing, right? It marks out the divergences for you, which is super, super, super helpful. But sometimes what I'll do here is, although on Market Cipher, I am not getting that bear div, which technically we are somewhat, kind of. It's a little wonked. Really, I would have liked this to come up a little higher because you are getting generally lower lows on your momentum waves, higher lows on your price action into a key level of support. That is a very, very key proponent. But what I like to do is you pull up Lux Algo and see if Lux Algo is calling for the div as well, and it's not, right? Which, you could give it, take it or leave it. But it is kind of it's a nice little confirmation, right? Because sometimes it's hard to really identify the divs, and the fact that you just get these nice fat yellow lines letting you know, like, hey, there's a div here, super, super helpful, right? And then another big thing, I talked about this on Thursday or Friday maybe, is the smart trail, right? And we were talked about how not every time, but oftentimes when you come down into that smart trail, it does act as a dynamic area of support or resistance, whether it's purple or blue. But this oftentimes will line up with golden pocket retracements, right? So if you get a move to the upside and you're looking for a correction into a golden pocket, oftentimes it will correlate with it will oftentimes correlate with the smart trail, that golden pocket 786 retracement, right? So when we get a move up, oftentimes we look for the bounces or the rejections, depending on if we're looking for longs or shorts, between the golden pocket and 786 retracement levels. And oftentimes that smart trail comes right up in that zone. So when you can get that confluence, it makes it a high probability area to look for a trade. So Lempi, that was just for you. I appreciate the super chat. So if we don't go super deep on Lux Algo later, I just do want to kind of show you, like, simply how I, kind of the aspects that I like to use on Lux Algo. And if you're interested in how I got these settings, there is a video on the channel that shows you guys exactly what aspects I use, what settings I have turned on and off. And oftentimes what I will look for is, we talked about this, I think last week, right? When I get a change of character, right here, we get a bullish change of character, right? This is where your candles will turn blue, right? And then once you get that bullish change of character, you are looking for a retracement, right? So you're looking for a retracement, and where are you looking for that retracement to come into? Well, you're looking for it to go into a golden pocket or potentially that smart trail, understanding that that smart trail is likely going to be in confluence with the golden pocket. And if you pull from this local low to the high, you can see you did get that golden pocket test into that smart trail wave, right? Making, again, for a high probability trade. And then this yellow box around the wick is indicating that this is likely going to be a liquidity grab, which makes it a very high probability reversal. And then what happened after that is you actually wound up getting a nice little almost 4% move, right? A nice little scalpable move. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here. Taking a look at some of the higher time frames. 12-hour, looking for the red dot. 10-hour, printing the red dot, right? No divergence, but you do have the red dot. 16-hour, looking for a red dot. Generally, you do have the money flow coming back to the upside, which could indicate that we are going to get a crossover soon, which, again, same thing on Bitcoin here, guys. Like, look at this is kind of like, remember, the general sentiment for me on Bitcoin is that if we do get a cool-off, I am expecting the uptrend to continue because of the money flow on the 16-hour and the 12-hour crossing into the green, right? And then it's always so hard to explain the difference between to explain the relationship between the time frames, right? This is like one of the hardest parts about my job. It's not about it's not the it's not getting in and out of the trades. It's not giving the TA. It's not giving the setups in the premium Discord. It is literally trying to explain the relationship between time frames, and we go really deep into that in the premium Discord. And I try to explain it as best as I can here on the YouTube live stream. But with these money flow crossovers on the 12 and 16 hour, this is why I'm not expecting this thing to dump to zero from here, right? On top of that, we have the weekly green dot, which could have the power to bring us up to that value area high 786 golden pocket area up here closer to 29,000, right? So maybe once all that plays out and we do wind up getting maybe a cool off, right? Maybe we get a little bit of a cool off on Bitcoin, right? Come back down to the bottom of the range potentially and then continue the move up towards this area. And then once you get up towards this area, that green dot on the weekly is ready to roll back over. The money flow on the 12 and the 16 hour is coming back down. And then that is where your macro lower high comes in. You come down to lower prices. So again, like just to explain a little bit on why if we get a move down here, I would be looking for bounces on some of these levels. The reason being is money flow on the 10 hour, the 12 and the 16 hour, right? Not expecting a huge meltdown, just expecting somewhat of a bounce. And then we will expect the meltdown to come, right? But, maybe not just right here. Maybe we look a little retracement, bigger move up, then the big move down. But let's continue on here. Back to Ethereum. But again, money flow coming up here on the 16 and 12 hour. This has not crossed over into the green, but I would look for something similar here, right? Like, again, what I would simply be looking for here is a retracement. And where is that retracement likely to come in? Well, potentially the full golden pocket retracement from the low to the high is coming in right here at about, pull up longs, right? Between about, golden pocket sitting between 1584 and 1579, 786 sitting here at about 1560. That would be your full retracement. I would also be looking at this more local retracement, which we actually, let's see, on Bitcoin. Yeah, on Bitcoin, we were looking at this local retracement, and we actually wound up getting the big pump, or I'm not big, but we wound up getting that decent bounce right off that golden pocket level, not only on Ethereum, but also on Bitcoin, which were levels that were given in the premium Discord. But thanks to Darren Does Things for reminding me that I gave those levels. But yeah, I would be looking at the kind of the same levels here, right? Like if we pull from this local little swing to the high, the two major areas I would be looking for bounces here would be on Ethereum between 1616 and 1600, and then between about 1584 and 1560. Those are kind of like, I know these are pretty big general areas, but if we are going to come down and not break down to much lower prices and just come for a retracement, I would either look for a bounce here or potentially a bounce from one of these blue boxes is really what I'd be looking for. And then if you start losing this blue box, let's say you come down, lose the second blue box, value area low is going to be the last hope for you. And then if we break that value area low and we start closing decisive time for like higher hourly candles below this level, that's where you can look for a bigger breakdown. But again, because of money flow, like look at this money flow generally curving up, right? And then coming up to the higher time frames, 6-day green dot looking to print. Weekly green dot also looking to print, so that could give us a little bit more upside in general, or I'm sorry, in the short term, come down here for a little retracement and then get a bigger move up to put in a macro lower high and then get the bigger move to the downside. So there we go. All right, there is shout out to John Vucci, my paisan. What is going on, my brother? He says, I'm late AF. I don't know what AF means, but I'm kidding, guys. He says, I'm late AF, but what's up, Mafia? Shout out to John Vucci. Thank you for being here, bro. We don't care if you're late. We just care that you show up. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Oh, shout out to Cody Douglas. Is this the Cody? Is this the Cody? Mods, can you let me know? Is this the Cody? I hope it is. I really hope it is. We have a lot of Codys in here. We have a lot of Codys in the Mafia. He's the only one. He's the only one. Let me know. Is this the Cody? I low-key kind of want to unban the actual Cody. That would be absolutely hilarious. I have no idea. Maybe maybe Tyler Durden's out there just going rogue, unbanning Codys. Let's go. Cody is the master. I know. Cody is like the all-seeing eye of crypto. I know. I think he might be Satoshi. I'm not going to lie. And I hope we didn't make him feel bad because I don't want him to feel bad. Like, we love that guy. But I don't know. Hashtag Cody Strong. Cody, we love you. #1 fan. Yeah. I felt bad when he came in. I've done Cody. Cody wrote code for NASA. Oh my God, the Cody jokes. Is that the new? Yo, guys, come on. The new Chuck Norris jokes are Cody jokes. I love that. Did you really ban Cody? No, I don't know. I don't even know who Cody is. I came into chat and I saw Cody, how do you feel about shout outs? Yeah, I don't know what happened with Cody, guys. I came in and I looked at chat and they were going off about Cody. Like, people were going at Cody. And I was like, yo, what's Cody's problem? Like, what happened? Why is everybody mad at Cody? And Cody for president. And yeah, I went in there and everyone's like, yeah, I don't know. He was hating on the shout outs, so we banned him. And then we just showed mad love and we probably made him blush. But I hope he loves. I hope he's out there. I hope he's doing good. Shout out to Ken Barkoff, said, keep it coming, bro. Let's go. Shout out to Ken. I appreciate you so much, bro. Cody makes indicators. Yo, somebody said, shout out to Cody's able to build a snowman out of water. Cody is an amazing man here. Cody created the mathematical equation for the re-entry of the space shuttle. Shout out to Cody. If you're out there, Cody, I love you, bro. I really do. I wish I got a chance to meet you. But you didn't. I just didn't happen. But we love him. The not-so-sweet life of Zach and Cody. Okay, I'm done. I'm back on the TA, guys. I got to get out of chat here. It's getting out of hand. Mrs. Candles in the chat. Let me see the hand. So we got this, Mrs. Candles, Mark. We got this, Mrs. Candles. Let's see the nails, Mrs. Candles. What's the nails? Oh, they're not good. Sorry. All right, well, Mrs. Candles, wait to the Mafia. Mrs. Candles' hands in chat. There they are. They're starting. Lempi. Yo, Lempi? What is this? Don't get limp Mrs. Candles a wave. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, it smells like metal. Why does it smell like metal? I don't know. Oh, shit. Oh, God, she just ate M&Ms. Shout out to Mrs. Candle's hand sniffing. Let's go. That's one of my favorite. The smell. I got to get the sniff in. It's a sniff, Tony. Let's get that straight. It's not a smell. It's a sniff. But shout out to Mrs. Candle's hand, guys. But let's go ahead and move on to our next... is it true Cody could sell water to a well? Okay. Oh, wait, Cody Douglas. Must be a different Cody. Dang it. Well, shout out to Cody. We love you too, bro. We don't just love one Cody. We love you too, bro. But anyway, let's continue on here. Mrs. Candle, take him out. Yeah, she stole my Aztec and Cactus Moss water. But let's see. Let's continue on. This money flow coming up, guys, makes me think that, again, if we get that cool off, I would expect to bounce off one of these levels. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Quant, our next altcoin on the list. Here we go. She just chugged the whole thing. All right, let's see. Creighton C says, Mrs. Candles, we have your hand in chat. An exact copy, totally not creepy. Can we see your feet for a minute? Yo, oh my God. Yo, if you don't think I'll sneak a foot. Oh. Hi, hey. I love you. And she's mad. Okay. Well, anyway, shout out to Crane C. I'll sneak a picture. I'm kidding. Let's go ahead. Doge, yeah, Darren, no problem. We'll take a look at Doge, no problem, bro. All right, let's continue on. Shout out to Creighton. Thank you for the super chat, bro. And let's take a look at Quant. Let's go ahead and extend this volume profile to the right and continue on. All right, so here we are. Let's take a look at the daily. This Quant looks interesting right now. Sniff, sniff. Shout out to Damien. Let's go. You guys are too good. Oh, God. All right. So, taking a look. Quant is interesting here, right? VWAP on the weekly, so you're not as close to getting the green dots on the weekly on Quant. However, 4-day VWAP rolling back to the upside, 3-day looking for the green dot, 2-day about to print the green dot, probably going to happen in the next hour. Daily green dot is printing on top of having a bullish divergence printing. However, here's the thing, guys. Lower lows on price, higher lows on the momentum waves, right? So you do technically have that div. However, it is very local, but you also have snake eyes, money flow coming out. So you don't really have all the confirmations here. The money flow doesn't really look that pretty. Money flow is coming out, so that would not really be very confluent, but you do have the snake eyes and the technical bull div here. It's just not the strongest, but with our 2-day looking for the green dot, 3-day looking for the green dot, 4-day looking for the green dot, 5-day looking for the green dot, we could potentially see it give us a move up, but I just don't feel that good about it, to be honest. Like your 8-hour looking for the red dot, you might get another dip down here if I'm being 100% honest with you. Kind of hard to say here. Like, in general, you would expect this to get a bounce, right? Because not only, I mean, let's get rid of this macro volume profile. Let's get rid of everything here. Let's start fresh. I'm going to pull this local profile. So, yeah, like not only, you're getting the bull div on the daily below your value area low, right? You want to remember, when you're below that value area low, oftentimes that's your opportunity to look for a long, right? And we are indeed below that value area low. And if we get that daily bull div, which we do have confirmed, that could give us a bounce potentially back up into some of these levels here, being the value area low at about 97.34, which could potentially be the... Everything okay, Mrs. Candles? Oh. So, yeah, this could potentially... Let me see here. Let's pull some fibs and see if we can get some confluence on the value area low. And we do. Yeah, right here. Golden pocket value area low. I'm going to turn that purple for shorts. Boom. And then, obviously, we have the 786 sitting here. And yeah, I would potentially, like, let me turn on the VPVR as well. Yeah, look at this nice little gap you got, right? So let's see. If you get above this level, right, this high volume node at about 92.62, this is going to be key, right? I'm actually going to label this. Key flip, right? Because if we are able to flip this to support, if you get above here, flip this to support, we may be able to fill this gap aggressively quickly, right? Like very, very fast. We may be able to fill that gap, get a quick move up to the golden pocket. And then at that point, obviously, you want to look for resistance there. You would have to reassess the situation. You'd have to do the TA once you got up there to figure out if it's more likely to get a rejection and this was a lower high to come down to lower prices. Or if it looks bullish, you could expect a potential flip of the value area low to support to get a move up towards that POC, which is coming in closer to about $102 for Quant, right? So that's what I'd be looking at on Quant. And then let's see, pulling up Lux Algo. Yeah, see, you're getting that daily bull div printing on Lux Algo, right? So again, it looks a little different than it does on Market Cipher, but excuse me. Pete Griffin said, I love it. Another ETH chart review with loads of giggles. Let's go. Cody has... Someone said Cody has the F-35. Oh, my God. Oh, come on. Shout out to Cody. Please, man. Please, Cody, if you're out there, bro, we love you. All right, let's see. Okay. So you are actually getting that div to auto-populate on the Lux Algo oscillator or the Matrix oscillator here. And, you look at the last time you got daily bull divs here, right? You have the higher low here on your oscillator, lower lows on your price action. You got a significant, somewhat of a move up here of about 11%, which is not too shabby. But again, once you get the continued, you kind of had like a bull div here and then a second drive of bullish divergence right here. You got one more last dip down, which I guess technically was still a divergence, right? Yeah. So if you connect these waves, these lows, right, all the way to here, that was your third drive. And that wound up being the thing that gave you the move, right? But very often, right, that was a 25% move. But very, more often than not, even on, this first div confirmation right here, right, you get that 11% move. Even here on this one, although you did come back down, you wound up coming up 8%, right? Like that is a tradable move. So, just don't sleep on the daily bull divs. They're not always guaranteed to give you like the biggest moves ever, but they're very likely going to give you something. And then, so, if you're looking to get a couple percent out of a move, if you're trading with leverage, slam that stop loss to break even. And then if you get stopped out, you're getting stopped out either in profit or at or just break even, right? You're either losing no money or making money on that stop out. And then eventually you're going to catch that final move that's going to give you the big move. But let's continue on here. So that's what I'd be looking for on quant. I don't want to overcomplicate it, right? So that's kind of what I would look for. Money flow on the 4 hour also coming back to the upside. You've spent a significant amount of time in the red here, right? Like you spent almost a month in the red here, and then you spent almost another month in the red here with just slight relief right here. So you may be able to get that crossover. So as money flow continues up on the 4 hour, here's the other thing, guys. Confirmed bull div with money flow coming up. A lot of times that does mark a significant bottom, right? Doesn't mark the bottom all the time, but it marks a significant bottom. So this is what I would look for on quant. So yeah, look for a move up. And again, don't forget you have that volume gap. I can even label that here. LVG. Bada boom, right? And then we'll highlight this with a little bit of a white box. Boom. Boom. There we go. So that's what I look for. Get back above here, shoot through the volume gap, first major level of resistance, golden pocket retracement, value area low confluence. Get above that, looking for a move into the 786. If you get above that, looking up towards the POC. But that daily bull div could give you the move up. All right, let's see. Yeah, Dow Jones said, shout out to Dow Jones. He says, yeah, don't complicate it. Quant go up. Let's go. Let's see. Yo, we're all Cody. Yo, shout out to Cody. Should we get a shirt? Should we put Cody on a shirt? We'll just make up what he looks like. Let's see. Cody is bot code. Will the real Cody please stand up? Shout out to Cody Hasenmeyer. Shout out to you, bro. We got a bunch of Codys in the chat. Let's get it. Shout out to all the Codys out there. And shout out to Tony D, super chatted. I appreciate. Or no, he didn't. He said, well, in a nutshell, a person by the name of Cody came by and threw shade at Frank for shouting out chat. It didn't end well for Cody, but we love Cody, and you are a nice Cody. Yeah, Cody Douglas is nice. And then the other Cody's nice, too. He was just misled, we like to say. We are a friendly mafia, guys. I do want to remind you that. We are a friendly mafia. I appreciate the defense, and I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying, we got to push back sometimes, but we still love him. He's still our friend. He's our family. We're just waiting for him to come around. And if he doesn't come around, then, then that's that. Then that's that, All right, let's see. Cody isn't all of us. Cody is us. We all are Cody. Shout out to him. All right, guys, let's continue on to Cardano, our next altcoin. Here we go. Cody is Santa. Okay, I'm done. All right, continuing on here. All right, let's see what we got here. Wow, what is this? What is this ADA chart? Is this old? This is the Binance. Looking at Coinbase recently is what we've been looking at. All right, so here we go. So last time we were looking at, okay, so kind of very similar. Okay, this is pretty similar. This is like, this is almost exactly what we're looking at on quant, right? So, dang. So for Cardano, right, what we were looking at here was a daily bullish divergence. Now, I will say this. This is a much healthier bull div than the one that we had on Quant, right? But this is basically like we were looking at essentially the same thing, right? Because we are below the... Let me just check this. Okay, yeah. So we look for the bull div, right? And then we have this local... Let me pull this. And not extend it to the right. Come on. There we go. Come on. Stop extending to the right. There we go. Okay. So you have your value area here. We deviate, put in the bullish divergence, got the bounce. For this bounce, what we were looking for, the reason this purple box was here was because not only is it the value area low, but also the point of control confluence, right? So if we did, which we wound up getting it, so what we were likely saying here was if we get the move up off that daily bull div, this would be the first area of major resistance I would be looking for. Obviously, came up, tapped it almost to the dollar, got the little rejection, and now we are pushing up above our value area low. So if we are able, let me come down to a lower time frame. If we are able to maintain support above this value area low, basically the bottom of this purple box, if we're able to maintain support above this value area low, we may be able to get a move up to our value area high, which is also, let me just make sure from the high to the low. Yeah, this is also, right, the golden pocket retracement of this entire move down, which is what gave us this purple box, right? Golden pocket, 786 with the value area high right in the middle, right? So if we hold this as support, I would look for a move up to that golden pocket value area high, potentially 786 Fibonacci retracement level. Would be the next kind of stop for Cardano, especially if we can hold that level here, sitting at about 25 cents. Now, let's pull up that VPVR real quick. Not the CRVP. There we go. And let's see, right? Do we have, I mean, you do have somewhat of fall off in volume here, right? You do have a spike in the middle. Not the cleanest volume gap. Typically with a volume gap, you want to see something like that. But, you know, you do have somewhat of a fall off in volume, right? So you have the high volume node here, and then this would be kind of your key support, resistance to support flip, right? This high volume node at 25.5 cents or 0.2556. Again, you want to hold the value area low, right? Like I just said, you want to hold, let me get that line back. You want to hold this value area low as support. But really, once you get above that, once you get above this high volume node, just let me scoot this back a bit, right? Hold this value area low. And if you can, your next step to be really to flip this purple box to support. And then you could probably get a quick move up to about 26 cents, potentially getting closer to that golden pocket. So that's what I'd be looking at on, yeah, and you can see, you got this quick move down, likely tied to this volume gap, right? So you might get a quick move through that gap. But that's what I would be looking at as far as Cardano. Red dot printing on the 4 hour. So again, you know, just like a lot of this other stuff, cool off in the meantime might not be unlikely. But again, with money flow crossing over into the green on the 4 hour, yeah, even your 10-hour money flow is not only trending to the upside, but also coming up locally. If you do get a move down, I would expect it to be somewhat of a cool off before potentially coming up and attacking these higher prices. So there you go. Shout out to the Ada gang. Let's go. Black Sail said Cody is unlikable. R.I.P. Cody. Yo, my God, I cannot believe every chat right now says Cody. It's hilarious. Let's see. Cody stole the plane? Shout out to Mark Dutch. We think so. We think so. Shout out to Jessica, our female CandleMafia representative. Thank you for being here, Jessica. We appreciate you as always. Let's see. Jessica said, I have a feeling I killed Cody. Cody will always be remembered. That is true. We will always remember him. Cody would never steal a plane. Cody doesn't need a plane to fly. Oh, my God. He flies himself. He's magic. All right, let's move on to our next. Actually, Bitcoin getting a little bit of a pop ski. Little bit of a pop to the upside. We'll see what happens. Money flow back in the green on the 12-minute. 15-minute, money flow still coming out. VWAP rolling over. Kind of hard to say. I mean, for the local price action, right? I mean, maybe you get to move back up to the value area high, 27.3. Let's pull the fib. Do you have the golden pocket on the value area high? You do. So, yeah, it might be going for that golden pocket retracement. potentially. 27.3. I'd watch it. All right, let's see. Okay, let's take a look at XRP, everybody's favorite. And, yeah, I mean, here we are, XRP. I think I'm going to boycott looking at XRP until we break this range. So here we are, right? I hate to make this a bore fest, but simply put, we are still looking at the same thing on XRP, right? Ever since we've entered into this range, what do we have, right? We got a break of the value area high, went straight to the value area low, and then got to move right back to the value area high, tried to make a breakout, lost the POC, dumped, and now we're kind of just toying with the POC again. This is boring. XRP is absolutely boring. But it may not be boring for long. Let's take a look at the higher time frames. So, yeah, and the same thing, right? Like back to those daily bull divs, right? Lower lows on our price, higher lows on the momentum waves, right? Wound up into the key level of support, which was your golden pocket. Gives you the move of about 12%, almost 12.5%, or 12.5%, a little over 12.5%. But again, we got that signal, could wind up giving us a push up. However, even if we come up more, like we got to get above this value area high before we can look for higher prices. The next major target for XRP would be, next major target would be 0.6287 cents, right? And then again, if we pull up the VR, VP, right? Zoom out a bit, get rid of the line, bing bong, there we go. Again, we talked about this not only on our way up, also on our way down, looking at this entire area as a volume gap. And I'm just going to get that off the screen before you guys go crazy in chat. What is he drawing on the charts? But you can see we have this decent volume gap here, right? And that's what we were looking at for a quick move into this new value area up here. And then on the way down, we were looking for a quick move down into this value area because of the lack of volume in this area here. So, again, until we get back above this value area high and shoot through that volume gap to hit these levels up here at about 62 cents, say almost 63 cents, just looking for XRP to kind of just bing bong around, right? Now, again, with the daily bull div confirmed, money flow's kind of flat here. Let's check the 12-hour. Yeah, money flow coming up on the 12 and 16-hour. So, again, with the VWAP coming down here, maybe we kind of bing bong around a little bit. But if you wind up, money flow coming up, you could potentially get a continued move up here. But again, I'd watch for a little bit of turbulence. And then even if we do get the move up, I'm not getting excited until we crack that value area high sitting right here at 54 cents, 0.5473 cents to be exact. So there you go. That's what I'm looking at on XRP. Just simply nothing has moved. Like we've literally been between the value area high and this POC, like just been bing-bonging around between these this area for forever. What it feels like. All right, let's see. Let's see. It only thunders when Cody makes it thunder. Yo, shout out to Cheeks. Let's see. Oh my God, shout out to Jessica. Said I smothered Cody. Oh God. Okay, let's continue on and take a look at H-bar. Shout out to the H-barbarians. What? Not Habar. H-bar. There we go. I'll take a look at the Bybit chart. And here we are. Let's take a look at the daily. All right, money flow back in the red on the daily. That does not look great. VWAP also a little bit overextended in my opinion. But again, I do want to point out here, guys, they don't pop up often. They really don't. They don't really come up often. But when you get those daily bull divs with your lower lows on price and your higher lows on the momentum waves, I would never recommend anybody trade these blindly. However, very, very, very likely that you get some kind of a move up. And sometimes, apparently, especially on the daily, a small move up on the daily could be 15%, 16%, right? And then, let's say we'll put a vertical line on the printing of this bull div, right? This red line is where that bull div was printing. Hour. And oftentimes, you do have an earlier signal to go long, right? You can even come down to a lower time frame, something like the 15-minute, and find a local entry, right? Like even right here, you had a little bull dip on the 15-minute, money flow coming up before that push up. So, you can use those daily bull divs to try to anticipate those bigger moves to the upside. Because again, although it was only a 15% move, you have to think to yourself, not this move. This is much more than 15%. Although this was only a small move, when you go down to those lower time frames, like that's a very profitable move, right? So there you go, right? 2 hour bull div below the value. Then same thing, right? Looking at the value areas, you have your lower lows on price action, higher lows on your momentum waves. I know that line was drawn sloppily. Money flow starting to come up. Could look for long positions down here to look to ride it into your value area low, which could be your TP1. POC could also be a TP, and then your value area high, right? And then even if you were just trading that, you weren't looking for the full move. You just looked to come to the top of the value area high. It's a 10% move. It's a very, very profitable trade. But let's continue on here. Go back to the daily. But as of right now, money flow is back in the red. That is more bearish, right? VWAP a little overextended. Once you get this red dot on the daily, you may be able to get a bigger move down here, if I'm being honest. Let me go ahead and extend this volume profile forward. Yeah, you may, you getting a golden pocket retracement potentially. Yep. Testing that golden pocket value area high. Not the best look, in my opinion. I do think for H-bar, as you test these levels, I would be very careful. I would be very careful here, right? VWAP starting to roll back over on the 5 hour, 3 hour coming down. Ooh, money flow on the 1 hour coming into the green. Green dot on the 16 hour. Ooh, this is a tough one to call, guys. Let me remove all the drawings here. This is a tough one. What I would do is I would pull the volume profile here. Money flow coming up on your 4 hour. 1 hour money flow crossing over into the green. Money flow on the 90-minute coming up. Yeah, money flow doesn't look bad on a lot of these medium time frames. 8 hour money flow looking clean. Look at that. Ooh, baby. That looks clean. 12 hour green dot printing, 16 hour green dot printing. So, hypothetically or theoretically, on this green dot, on the 16 hour, with your 1 hour money flow crossover into the green, right about here, if this green dot confirms, that may be able to give us a significant move to the upside. If we go ahead and pull our fib, I would be cautious of two specific areas. I would be cautious of this area here, POC golden pocket confluence, in perfect confluence. And then I would also keep an eye on this value area high, 786. So if you get a big push up here, and again, money flow doesn't look bad. Yeah, that daily, the thing is that the daily money flow is not saying that you're going to get a huge move up, but these higher hourly time frames are saying you could get a decent move up. So if this 1 hour money flow, 16 hour green dot winds up playing out, I would look for this to play us potentially into the POC. If we get above that POC, I'd look to push into the 786 value area high. I would start to get depending on what stuff looks like when we get up here, I would be cautious of a continued move. But that's kind of what I would be looking for locally. So local levels on H-bar between 0.052, 0.051, or between 0.05232 and 0.05191. And also the POC golden pocket confluence sitting between 0.05141 and 0.05125. I hate saying those small prices. They're very I wish I could just share every chart with you guys automatically. All right, let's see. Let's see. Hey, Frankie, tell us about Cyber. Is it going to 17 again soon? Great show as always. Shout out to Luke. I appreciate you, bro. Oh, no. We got Cody V2. Alexis hasn't hit the like. Oh, God. What is with Alexis now? Oh, God. A hater. Let's go. Shout out to Alexis. We love you. We wish better for you. We hope you figure out whatever you got going on. if you are a hater. I'm just listening blindly to the Mafia. They don't really steer me wrong. If they say you're a hater, you're probably a hater. So we wish you well. We wish you are doing, at some point in the near future, you're doing better than you're doing right now, because you're hating on a guy that used to be a hater. So I know what position you're in. You don't hate. Hate only comes from below. So obviously, I feel for you. So hopefully you're doing better tomorrow or the next day or in a month from now. Hopefully you're doing better than you're doing now. But anyway, let's see. Redman says Alexis hasn't subbed to the channel yet. Oh, God, let's go. All right, continuing on. Shout out to Jake, wants to see Caspa. Yeah, we can take a look at Caspa, and then we'll take a look at ICP. We'll take a look at Caspa real quick, and we got to take a look at Caspa, Doge, ICP is going to be the rest of the altcoins here. Jake from State Farm. Shout out to Jake. Let's go. Let's see. All right. Oh, my God. The Mafia is the best. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the best. RIP Alexis. Oh, my God. The haters are getting stepped on left and right. Oh, God. It's not the place to hate. Yeah, it's just like, we just love the haters. Like, we welcome the haters. Please come. All right, let's see. Spell. Yeah, we got to take, Alexis is on fire. Oh, my God. All right, anyway, take a look at Caspa. Oh, baby, with the breakout. Let's go. Let's see. I would love to know what Alexis said about us. Like, what could she hate on? Was it the shout-outs again? That's, like, usually what it is. People are like, I hate this guy. And I'm like, what do you hate, though? And they're like, you shout people out. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Anyway. Oh, God, yeah, with the cast with the breakout. Let me pull out a different chart here. Let's see. What is this? KuCoin. Let's check out the MEXC chart. A little bit more price history. There we go. What do we got here? Okay, let's start fresh. Let's see. Making fun of my voice? That's weird. Let's see. Alexis is Cody. They came back on an alt account. Let's go. Let's see. Yo, too funny, man. Too funny. You guys crack me up. Pushing all-time highs. Yeah, we're going to take a look at that. I love that. But that is actually the two number one things. This guy shouts out chat, I hate it, or this guy sounds like an auctioneer, which are both hilarious. Yo, Alexis said you have small calves. Oh, God. Alexis is going to get some therapy. Probably needs it, honestly. I know when I was a hater, I definitely needed therapy. That's for sure. But anyway, again, Alexis, we love you. We wish the best. I hope you do better than you're doing today in the future. We really do love you. I mean that too. I'm not just saying that. I really do, because I've been there and it sucks. Trust me. But trust me, it gets better. I would have never thought my life would be where I am now. So trust me, it gets better. And I was probably lower than you are right now. So take that for what it is. Look at that. We're still helping out the haters. Anyway, here we go. Yo, shout out to Dave Digital says, I only get to make fun of Frankie's squeaky girl voice. Shout out to Dave Digital. Let's see. All right, guys, let's continue on. Shout out to Dave. All right, here we go. Actually, funny story about Dave. We thought Dave was a hater for a while. Like, Dave, I think we've told you this. Dave floated. Like, Dave was, like, very close to, like, getting kicked out. But it's funny, though, because he actually wound up being the literal opposite of a hater. He's, like, one of our biggest supporters and one of our favorite CandleMafia members. That's why we give all the haters a chance. Let's see. Shout out to John Vucci. Says, that swing failure video was awesome. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you for saying that. Yeah, well, hopefully you got something out of that, man, because I actually was pretty proud of that video. Usually I put the videos out left and right, and when I was done with that one, I kind of sat back and I was like, yo, I kind of F with that video. Not gonna lie. All right, let's see. Dave said it's an art. Yeah, Dave was close. Like, there were a couple times where I was like, yo, I'm gonna ban this guy. I don't even remember what you said, Dave. This was like way back in the day, though, so I was probably not as resilient as I am now. But yeah, literally last person I would ban is Dave. Maybe. We call the cops on him daily. But anyway, taking a look here, guys. So what do we got, right? This is kind of a wonked out value area, if I'm being 100% honest with you, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you are potentially going to put in some nasty bear divs up here. Now, I would be careful. When the altcoins run like this, right? When you get a run like this, typically they like to just go. However, you are starting to show signs of potential cool-off. You are getting that higher high on your price action. You're getting the bear div on your 4-hour. Money flow continuing to come up, though, so that would not be a confirmation there. Taking a look at the 6-hour. Yeah, like even your 8-hour, I would wait for some of these higher time frame divs to print, right? Because you might push up locally. Fresh green dot on your 4-hour might continue pushing you up. But looking at the 12, the 10, like even the 16-hour, fresh daily green dot. I would definitely not be looking to short this right this second, but I would be watching some of these higher time frames, like 12-hour, 10-hour, 16-hour. If you start putting the bear divs on these time frames, that's where you're likely going to get some kind of a cool-off. But again, daily green dot. Oh, interesting. That's kind of what I would look for. Those 12-hour divs as you are outside of your value area, right? What happened last time? Big run. But what happened? You put in those bear divs. On your 12-hour, and that is initially or eventually will wound up cooling you off to the value area high. Once you got stuck under the value area high, you went right to the POC, retested the value area high, right back down to the low. And then at that point, you would be looking for a long back to the value area high. And now you're starting to see something very, 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 very similar. So that's kind of what I would look for on Caspa. I'll keep that nice and simple. Look for a little bit more upside based off the daily green dot and the 4-hour green dot, but watch that 12, 10, 16-hour bear divs for a potential similar situation to what happened back here. So there you go. All right, let's see. So what's it going to take for the Bears to flip bullish 30 or 40K? I don't know. I don't think I would probably guess higher than that. Because if Bitcoin goes to 40K, I think they'll still be calling for 3K or 10K or 14K. Let's see. Never got in on Caspa. Guess I got a Craspa. Shout out to Crypto Crabman. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Dave. That's what Wayne C said. Redman. Don't bet 50K. Let's go. Who said that? Shout out to Bro Tip. Let's go. All right, continuing on here. What do we got? That was Caspa. Let's check out Dogecoin real quick for Darren. Okay, bear flag did wind up breaking down. Actually, pretty textbook there. Pretty textbook. Bear flag, breakdown, bearish retest. That's your entry. Boom. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, let's take a look at the daily. Get rid of that bear flag. It's played out. All right, let's see. Extend this to the right. 2-day. Let's check the 3-day. Green dot printing. Yeah, I mean, this looks very similar to Bitcoin in my opinion. 5-day green dot about to print. 6-day green dot about to print. Weekly green dot looking to print with your money flow generally trending to the upside. Look at that money flow. Boom. Look at that money flow. Let's see. What if they have a lot more than you, though, Jessica? I don't know what is going on in chat now. Chat has completely gone rogue. We've lost control of chat. Alexis is SPF. Yo, shout out to Alexis. We know you're still watching, Alexis. We love you. We know you're out there, Alexis. We know you are. It's funny. It's funny. I didn't want to expose that we could see who's viewing, but just for, Oh, no, wait, they're unbanned. Let's go. Let's go. Who unbanned them? This stream is a mess. This stream is a mess. Who gave Dave mod controls? Oh, God. Shout out to Captain. Shout out to Captain Kirk. We love you. Thank you for being here. Have a good night. Yeah, I vote Alexis for president as well. All right, let's see. Let's continue on. You're too funny. All right. So, yeah, we're at the value area low, guys. VWAPs all coming up on your higher daily time frames. 16-hour money flow crossing over into the green. VWAP rolling back over, though, so I would be careful of a cool-off. Pretty much the same song and dance as everything else, right? I would look for those local cool-offs. However, money flow on the medium hourly time frames / higher hourly time frames, more specifically on the 16 and 12 hour, not looking too bad. But a lot of these VWAPs are rolling back over, right? 12 hour rolling back over, 16 hour rolling back over, daily kind of sticking straight up, but it's a little overextended here. Take a look at the 8 hour VWAP coming down, 4 hour looking or printing the red dot. So, yeah, I would look for a local cool-off on Doge. Let's pull our volume. Yeah, you're getting the 4 hour bear div, starting to bring you down a little bit, but money flow's coming up. So, yeah, potential cool-off here before getting another push-up into the POC or value area high may be valid. Yeah, may be valid. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Alexis, if I could directly gift you a membership, I would, but I just can't. It doesn't work like that. I would love to though. All right, let's continue. So yeah, bear div, kind of at the POC, not a direct test, but may cool you off just a little bit. But money flow would say that move down may just be for a retest of the golden pocket, which I would really be looking at this golden pocket mainly for a bounce between 0.061 and 0.06185 and 0.06144. You also have your value area low, which is obviously going to be an area that you want to keep an eye on at about 0.06112. So yeah, if we do cool off, I would look for a move down into this retracement level or value area low before potentially continuing up towards that POC or value area high. So there you go, Darren. There you go, bro. Hopefully that helped you out. Let's see. Yo, too funny, man. Let's see. Let's see. Jessica said I killed Cody. Oh God. I will look for Cody every single stream. Do we remember his last name? Oh man. Yo, Cranes. Yo. All right, guys. All right, we're gonna move. Yeah, we're running out of time here. Let's move ICP to tomorrow's stream, Tony. And yeah, let's go ahead and move on to our wheel of pain and pleasure. Let's see. Picker wheel. Guys, Cody can't die. He's too powerful. Oh, God. I added that for Dave. You gotta... Yo, can't move ICP. It's important. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, man. Oh my God. I think the word that's been repeated the most in this chat tonight has been the word Cody, and I'm here for it. Let's see. Dave Digital said it's not me. All right, let's see. I added that for shout out to Tony. Let's see. BTC has the bear div on the 4 hour and 1 hour, 2 hour green dot about to print confirm. More room for a push up. Shout out to Rob Ella. If you go back to the beginning of the stream where we covered Bitcoin, actually talk about the potential move down, and if we do get a random spike to the upside, the exact levels that I am looking at and why I am looking at them. Yo, Crespo Crypto said do some TA on Cody out of respect, Frankie. Yo. All right, I'm pulling up the wheel. Let's go. Pulling up the wheel of pain and pleasure. Today's episode is brought to you by Ego. Guys, Lego, my Ego. Lego with Ego? Yo, why did they change it to Lego with Ego? What does that even mean? All right, anyway, spin number 1. How many likes did we get? Probably nowhere near 500. I know we can get, 344. Not bad, guys. Run it up to 400 for 4 spins on the wheel. 550 was the Frankie Candles hat. Let's see. Let's see. Yo, Redman said, Alexis, you're still here. Mission accomplished. But did you hit the like button? You know what's funny? Again, I don't even know if Alexis was actually hating. I'm sure she was, or he was, whatever it is. But I'm sure they were, because you guys said they were. You guys very, very rarely lie, if not never lie. But wait, wait. Oh, here, wait here. Oh, shout out to it. See, that's funny. This is why I'm always like, I don't even know if they were actually hating, because sometimes people say wild stuff. It says, what you talk about, Frankie? Always my bro. Since day one, it was not negatively meant. Top, lower the voice because it conveys emotional maturity. This was my intention. Shout out to Alexis. You're saying lowering your voice shows emotional maturity? Let me know. Let me know. I'm not sure if I fully understand that. But shout out to Alexis. Let's see. Frankie, you messed up. Start at the beginning. Shout out to Dave Digital. Let's go. Let's see. All right, let's continue on. Here we go. 361. So we got 3 spins on the wheel. Here we go. Spin number 2. Let's see. Oh my God, was that 2 no's in a row? Oh no, there we go. That was 3 spins. All right, we're gonna give it one more spin. We're gonna give it one more spin. Yo, Tony D says all coins first tonight. XRP, Cody A to H bar. Let's go. Yo, I'm lost on chat. I don't think I've been so disconnected from chat. All I've gathered from today's chat is that Cody stole the F-35 and sold it to North Korea. And then Alexis may or may not have hated. And they may or may not have been banned. And they may or may not have been banned and then unbanned. So I have no idea what's going on in chat. But hey, sometimes you need a chaotic... Alexis says a lower voice conveys maturity. Isn't it true? I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Do people who talk quiet are more emotionally mature? Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I guess louder voice conveys excitement, which would convey more emotion, but is more emotion less mature? Maybe? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know what we're talking about. But shout out to Alexis. Shout out to Cody. Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to Redman. Shout out to Creighton C. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone in chat that wants to hate on the shout outs. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Yo, I'm lost. All right. Anyway, guys, I think that's all the time we got for today's live stream. I appreciate everybody for being here. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in and watching till the end of the stream. Did we get a 2-hour stream in today? Or are we ending late? Are we ending late? Potentially. Oh, no, we're right on time, baby. So with all that being said, guys, that is all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45. We will, I believe we are doing an FOMC stream tomorrow, guys. We will be live for FOMC. So stick around for that. And, look out for that notification. Tony D will probably try to get the thumbnail out early. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss that live stream. But with all that being said, guys, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I will see you here, same place, same time, 5:45 tomorrow night, p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. Shout out to Cody. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so-and-so, you not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so, they like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they bust at your motherfucking chest. I'm getting gutter, my flow been like butter, my check in the bank, they see the number. All of my haters feel one of two ways, really upset or they show some respect. I can't even think about it, I've been up, so read about it, no beat around it, straight to it, no ring around it. You coming for me, we'll see about it, we'll never see it when I get my feet up. 100 meters where I run the fee up, and go king and I'm on a pia. I had to re-up on a reel, so you stay defeated, and put it back into the bit, cause I don't really need it. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I had to put all their egos in check. You're not entitled to anything else. I get 10 years of this under my belt. Your art isn't art, they don't feel it, and nobody hears it. Initiative stay on the shelf. Your ego done got in the way. It gotta die today. It gotta go. You should be happy I lighten the load. The weight of your arrogance, heavy as stone. I make an appearance, they already know. That chip on your shoulder gon' crumble and fold, yeah. It's not a secret that you have been fearing the shit that I'm on, so you back to the brag and the boast. But I'm in a class of my own. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check.
What's going on? Hey, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at Spell. I don't even remember who asked for this. I'm sure they're still not in chat. But let's go ahead and take a look at this because this thing is absolutely ripping. Money flow looking as good as possible here on the daily. Looking for a crossover into the green with a fresh green dot as this thing just Lambo candles to the upside. Absolutely insane. We are getting a little bit of resistance on this high volume node sitting here at about 0.000592. We do also have a little bit of, we're rejecting these two high volume nodes. So I'm just going to put a level here at about 0.000637. If we get a continued push up, some of the levels that I would be looking at would be, let me pull this volume profile here, unextend it to the right. Yeah, so this is going to be a significant level of resistance right here as we are tapping that. If we push up a little more, I would expect that resistance on the value area low. But at this point, guys, this thing actually does look pretty good. Money flow on the daily coming right to the upside. 16-hour money flow coming up healthily. Nice little rip to the upside on the money flow on the 16-hour. 2-day VWAP cooling off, but money flow looks good. We may be able to get some kind of resistance here, a little bit of a cool off. However, if you pull your golden pocket, probably going to get some confluence down here on the high volume node. Let me pull this volume right here as well. Yeah. So I would look, if you do cool off, I would really be looking, let me put a level here on this shelf of volume, and let me make this a box. So if we cool off here, guys, I would look for support right here between about I'm just going to not say the zeros, guys. Right here at about between 523 and 495. That might be a place where you can get some support. If you break down a little lower than that, your golden pocket retracement is in pretty beautiful confluence with this local value area low, which I will make another level of support. So these will be the levels I'd be looking at to the downside for spell if you get a cool off. Now, if you do continue up, the key level to flip is the top of this blue box at sitting at about 664. If you can get above here, hold this as support. I would easily look for a move up to the POC, but if not, value area high is probably going to be likely here. So that's what I would be looking for on spell. This thing is absolutely going ballistic. Weekly. This thing is going. And look at this. Weekly bull div. Look at the weekly bull div on this. Lower lows, higher lows, bang, right to the upside. More than the daily bull divs, those weekly bull divs are very, very likely to give you at least some kind of a reaction, typically a very large reaction. So that's what I'd be looking for on spell. Shout out to anybody who's holding this thing. This thing is going absolutely ballistic. So there you go. Let me turn this purple for resistance. Where is it? There we go. So there you guys go. A little bit of TA, a little bit of sauce on spell for you guys. We've been doing TA on the Frankie Fakeouts. Maybe we should just extend the live stream to 2 hours and 8 minutes and 42 seconds because that's how long we've been going live right now. But hey, shout out to you guys. Oh wait, Nikki94 Boo, did you ask for ICP earlier? Should we just take a look at ICP real quick? Or was it? I know Dave asked for it, but someone just mentioned it. Hey, shout out to Crypto Anon. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. No, it was the NL Cola Gamer. Shout out to you, Koala Gamer. Shout out to you, bro. All right, let's take a real quick look at ICP. All right, so let me pull the volume here, and let me show the screen real quick. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, look at this value area. Dang, man, this thing is... ICP. Has ICP ever done anything other than go down? This thing literally launched and just went straight down. I don't know. I know there's been a lot of changes to the project, and a lot of people are bullish on it now, which I'm not saying I'm not bullish on it. I don't know much about this project. All I do know is I remember when this came out, and it did nothing but go down forever. I've never seen this thing in a legitimate uptrend on the higher time frames, which is pretty wild. But hey, if it does well in the next bull run, this will be a good thing, right? But let's go ahead and continue on here, taking a look at ICP. You do have your bull div on the daily had confirmed a while ago, right? But you didn't really get much of a reaction off of it. And VWAP continuing up here, taking a look at the 12 and the 16-hour. Money flow kind of coming up on these time frames, but VWAPs are a little bit flopped over, looking for a move back to the downside potentially. 8-hour VWAP rolling back over as well. Your money flow on the 6-hour crossing into the green. Yeah, I would look for this thing to cool off. I don't know. I would look for this to cool off. Nothing's really screaming that this thing is going to moon, to be honest. But you do have the daily bull div. So, if this money flow continues up, you may be able to get a significant move to the upside. But locally, I would look for a potential continued cool-off coming in here. If we pull this local volume, yeah, you're sitting right on the value area high. It looks kind of similar, like this actual situation here. Looks very similar to what Bitcoin's doing right now. But 4-hour, 4-hour bear div technically is printing. I would look for a potential cool-off. Some levels I would look at if you are going to continue to the upside. I would simply just look to get back down to the bottom of this range. Turn it blue for support. So if we do continue down here, I will say, like, some of this money flow, 6-hour crossing into the green, 8-hour looking for a crossover. So I would look for a potential cool-off here. If you are lucky enough to get all the way down here, this might be where you're able to get some support. More locally, you're testing this golden pocket right here as of right now. So if you lose this white box, I would look for a bounce off this blue box between about 294 and about 291. So there you go, guys. Shout out to NL Koala Gamer / Dave Digital / anybody else who wanted to see ICPTA. That's what I would be looking at. Shout out to the Insane Clown Posse, and shout out to Cody. Guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you guys here tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm sorry if I disappointed some of you guys by not coming up here and serenading you guys like Crypto Face was doing to Bitcoin earlier today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time. You know the rest. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out.